Hello, and welcome to the Battlerealm Bulletin, a weekly show where we cover all the news and drama regarding Marvel Contest of Champions. I'm your host, Steel22, and let's get right into the news. This week we had the announcement of version 44.1, which will be released in the coming days, and with it the arrival of Silver Sable and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Negasonic is an explosive attacker while also possessing strong defensive threats. She's completely energy based and all of her hits are non-contact, making her a great counter to Thorn's mechanics, and has easy access to incinerates, which she can build up through her mediums and special ones. With her introduction to the contest is also a brand new ability, Precognition. This lets her evade to counterattack and stun, similar to Bullseye and Kate Bishop. However, Negasonic has a 100% chance to evade enemy counterattacks as well, putting the stun on them. Silver Sable is the newest skill champion to enter the contest, and the newest champion to utilize the root mechanic. However, unlike other champions, her root has a wide range of effects depending on how it's triggered. She uses passive disorients and critical shock debuffs to melt down her opponent using an aggressive playstyle that rewards backdrafting. Silver Sable's mines are the core of her kit. When enemies pass over them, they take instant shock damage. However, when she passes over them, she gains further passives, increasing the chance of her shocks landing, and can also purify non-damaging debuffs. By knocking the opponent into a Sable mine with a special 2, she can convert up to 10 shocks into deadly critical shocks. Refer to the description for the deep dives on the brand new champions coming to the contest. With the 44.1 update is of course a brand new event quest titled The Train Job, which will involve Deadpool teaming up with Negasonic Teenage Warhead and the Mercs for Money, Domino and Massacre. As well as the event quest is of course a brand new side quest, Null's Lair, which will bring the Ex-Magica saga to its final conclusion. This will be the final side quest to reward Mysterium, so make sure to spend all your Mysterium in the Traders Outpost store by the end of the month. On May 15th will be the commencement of the Spring of Sorrow, an event very similar to the Winter of Woe that just concluded in April. More information on that will be available in the coming weeks. The champion update for Mr. Sinister will be released with version 44.1. He will now lower bleed potency by 100% and can self-inflict bleeds with either heavies or special ones. On top of that, he can also reduce the chance for skill champs to purify. He will now also reflect all damage over time back onto the opponent as degeneration, making him a more valuable defender. In other news, there will be a Sector 7 added to the Incursions game mode for the next 4 weeks. Only Ex-Magica and Magic Thief champions can be used. However, there is a 5-minute cooldown on all champions should you decide to swap one out. The new bosses will be Gladiator and Craven, and they will remain the bosses until the next Saga update. The rewards available for completing 25 zones are 111,625 incursion artifacts, 7,000 7-star shards, 5,000 Titan shards, 1 tier 4 alpha catalyst, 20 Nightcrawler runestones, 10 7-star Sieg stones, and for the Saga champions, and 1 rank 4 to rank 5 6-star Saga rank up gem. And that concludes the news for the week. You know what's really been grinding my gears this week? Well, the first thing is that I noticed that I missed one of my daily pool league objectives by one fight. I was not the only person to do this, but those geniuses decided to make the timer on the objective last until the end of the event. How is an average Joe like me supposed to know what the objective would go poof when I went to bed? You know what? I hope some of you have the same problem as me, because that was unacceptable. The other thing that's really been grinding my gears is Kabam did another stream when it was 3 o'clock in the morning in Australia. I tell you what, they do not give a flying hoot about us Aussies. Normally it's fine when they do their streams then. I'll just watch it with my morning coffee. But no, it was not fine this time. This time they had to give out a bloody promo code for some web crystals and it only lasted for 30 minutes. I tell you what, they need to fix that up by the next time they do their stream. But that's just what few things have been grinding my gears this week. There are only 2 more days remaining in Season 17 of Battlegrounds. Remember to complete all your Battlegrounds objectives and try to push your solo and alliance score as high as possible. Good luck to everyone competing, whether you're pushing those Vibranium tiers or you're competing in the upper brackets of Gladiator Circuit. The information for Season 18 should be announced very soon. Now over to Steel 23 for the Arena forecast.
Thank you, Steel22. So we just had the conclusion of round 1 of the Bones of Pick Arena for the 6-star version of Crossbones. He won for 14 million points in the basic arena in round 1. Now Crossbones is an awesome champ with access to great damage with his Fury buffs. When fighting hero champions, each Fury also reduces his opponent's ability accuracy. With his Sick ability, he has up to a 90% chance to purify incoming debuffs. If you think that's something you're looking for, I'd recommend putting up 14.5 million points to secure this champion from the basic arena. We also just had the conclusion of round 1 of the Mighty Mech Arena for Penny Parker. Unfortunately, I don't have the data of what the 6-star went for, but I'll do my best to provide an accurate forecast. Penny Parker is a very tricky defender for lots of champions through her very nasty auto block. She also turns off the opponent's true strike and can inflict nasty heal blocks and incinerates through her awakened ability. If you're looking to beef up your defensive roster, I'd recommend putting up 35 million points to secure this champion from the featured arena. Back to you, Mr. 22.
Alright guys, let's look at the top 5 CC videos that I've watched this week. Coming in at number 5, we have a very entertaining video from Allison Edits. She soloed the Act 5.2 collector blindfolded using Marvel's own blind champion Daredevil. Very fun video to watch. Number 4 is from my alliance mate MCSE Noob, showcasing his rise through the ranks of the Gladiator circuit in Season 17 of Battlegrounds. He shows a bunch of cool fights, including some very unorthodox matchups. Then at number 3 we have a video from Grass MCOC showing off his rank 3 Gore. Now Grass is known for ranking up champs that aren't typically the most popular, and Gore is no exception. This is an amazing video where he shows off how effectively Gore can take down very pesky mystics such as Sasquatch, Absorbing Man and even Kindred. Number 2 is from Sammy MCOC. This madman took his brand new 7-star Deadpool to rank 3, probably partly to show you why you should not take a 7-star Deadpool to rank 3. He makes it this high on the list just for having the courage to hit that rank up button, but definitely a video worth watching if you like seeing unusual rank ups. But there's nothing unusual about my number 1 though. BMcG posted an epic 47-minute long Bible on his rank 3 Onslaught. As a proud owner of an Ascended Onslaught myself, this video surprised me, even me, with how much damage and versatility he was able to squeeze out of this guy. And he backs it up by telling the viewer what's happening at all times. There's awesome Battlegrounds, Alliance Wars story content, and even some epic Necropolis solos, including Airwalker. That rounds out the content creator top 5 for this week. So before I give you this week's trivia question, let's quickly go over last week's riddle. These are the questions, and the answer to this was in fact Elsa Bloodstone. The biggest statement that stumps people was the one about 3 different types of damage over time. Elsa has access to Incinerate, Cold Snap if her opponent has evaded in the fight, and also Degeneration if she's bleeding against a non-mutant opponent. But let's get into this week's champion. I have access to Petrify debuffs. I can get a buff, one that a lot of other champions cannot. I love fighting Doctor Strange. Who am I? Again, make sure to leave your answer in the comment section, but until next time, I'm Steel22, thank you so much for watching the Battlerealm Bulletin, and peace out.